Fear the Parasnates, welcome to another um, discussion video. Normally, I don't record in my room. I'm gonna have to be a little quiet since my parents are sleeping and their room is literally right on the other side of this wall. So, um, I'm here to talk about NiGHTS. I still have not made my WeVol video. I might just scratch it. I mean, I already have talked about WeVol enough in past videos. Let me just get back here. Here we go. So I'm going to talk about NiGHTS and why I like NiGHTS and why I chose them as a character of choice. And there's also a post, a lot of drama, actually just a few hours ago before I played Zero Gravity, which I just got finished wrapping up with. I'm going to start with that first, and then I'm going to get into why I like NiGHTS and all that cool stuff, because that's the stuff you want to hear. So, if you guys seen my post about with the Blaze picture and the NiGHTS, about how Blaze was the only Sega character, female-wise, that has ever made the top 25 list. As I mentioned prior to NiGHTS, Blaze is the only female Sega character to have ever made this list, and I think it was a good move to put NiGHTS in. Well, some random person that I've never even seen before just comments and kind of goes out on me about it. Like, how can you be a fan of NiGHTS if you don't know that they're genderless? I'm like, well, in the games, I'm currently watching Journey of Dreams, along with all my other games that I'm watching, which a lot of them are racing games, but some of which I'm making a really good amount of progress. GT4, Forza Motorsport 3, getting closer to the end of those. I'm on the second 24-hour race in GT4, and I'm within at least 20 episodes left of Forza Motorsport 3. And then Ford versus Chevy, I have less than an hour to go on that. But then I mentioned, about NiGHTS, of course, and then I said, well, the reason why I say that NiGHTS is a female is because, well, the voice actors for NiGHTS are females for both times. Like, 2 females have voiced NiGHTS in their history, in Sega. And I point that out, and then the person responds back about that was, I know the word, but I'm trying to remember the sentence before the word. It was like, yeah, sure, it's Ayrshire or something or whatever. I don't remember what it was, but I had to look up what that word was, and I found out what it meant, and I'm not too happy with it. And then they said, but okay, and then they gave me a bunch of thumbs up. And then I'm like stuff about NiGHTS again, and then I'm like, it's kind of awkward that I call NiGHTS a female character. And then literally 2 seconds after I post that, they block me for absolutely no freaking reason. Like, I'm watching you, whoever that person is. Their name is Groom. I'm glad I have a backup account. I have a second account. So I can see if there's any drama coming out. I can post and see stuff if they're going to post any dramatic things. But from what I've seen, they only had 62 followers. So I imagine it would be a super big deal. But still, I've had things about me posted before in years past on Twitter, and I didn't like it, and I went after those people, and they didn't care that I did that. But I'm just trying to play self-defense here. Like, why would you say that? Like, you're the one who came to me first. It's ridiculous that they did that to me. Like, they literally commented just to say that, just to literally grab my attention and then just say that kind of thing. Like, male or female. I mean, in the games, the owl, Mr. Owl or whatever his name is, pretty sure that's literally just his name, literally says he, as into knights. I say she, but in the description of knights as a whole, the creator, who is Japanese, literally in that statement, literally says the player can call knights a male or female, however the player chooses to act, male or female. It does not matter. I don't know if I would have brought that up, it would have made any difference, but, like, that person's a big baby, and really not giving me any time to respond, that's a cowardly move, and it's chicken. They're a chicken. And, you know, it would be better if I went on my second account and went after him for it. I mean, I only have 14 followers on my second account, but I don't think it's worth going after them for it, but it definitely did make me very upset. And like I said, this isn't the first time I've been gone after. I mean, it's all they did was literally just go after me because I kept saying Knights was a female. Like, you got a problem with that? Like, to me, Knights has that aesthetic to being a female. I mean, purple. A guy normally does not wear purple. And most certainly, they would not have eyelashes as big as Knights does. And most certainly, they won't have that female voice like Knights has. So, yeah, I know Nightmarins, they don't have sex. They don't have, like, the different sexes, like the male and female. They don't have genders. They're just creatures living in a world that, you know, guy or girl, you know, they could be both. I don't know about that, though. But yeah, I kind of was like, what the frick? Like, why is this person going after me? I was very upset, and I went and told my mom, and she was just like, just shrug it off. That's all. It's definitely something I haven't forgotten, but it's definitely something not worth constantly ranting about. But it definitely did make me very upset. But like I said, it's not worth going on hundreds of rants about. Now that I got that out of the way, now it's time to talk about why I like Knights. There's a lot of things, but I haven't done 100% research yet. I'll only be able to give you guys whatever information I have as of right now. Do know I don't have all of it. The biggest reason why I think I like Knights, well, not just because I think, because I love Knights. I mean, she's in the top 4. I go saying that again, but you know, it's my thoughts, and nobody can stop me from saying it. But Knights, I think, is a perfect fit for that top 4. With Weavile, with Blaze, and with Toon Link. 3 phenomenal characters that I absolutely, really, really like. And personally, I think also having Knights in the list, another reason why I do is because I think, really, Knights is a character I could talk about for a long time in future years to come. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't think NiGHTS was going to make that huge jump from not being on the list to number 4. I mean, were a lot of changes made in that list. The only one I really can tell you is NiGHTS jumping in and Pichu dropping like 8 spots. And he's beginning to being a character that I don't really talk about much. But NiGHTS is just a character that I really could love. And the fact that NiGHTS is only the second, in my opinion, but it's just mine, the second female character from Sega to ever be in that list. Tails also jumped in as well at 19. But, you know, people can go after me and complain that that they get bothered by me saying that NiGHTS is a female. Even if it was the same for Riala too. If I say, oh, Riala is a male, because the voice actor for Riala is, in fact, a guy's voice. Whoever voice acted Riala is a guy. So if I even said something like that, I'm sure that same person would have went after me for it. But personally, the biggest reason why I like NiGHTS is that, you know, it's different. You know, it's a character that nobody would have probably ever have thought of me associating with. Like, really, me and NiGHTS? Like, who would have thought? Like, not even me. Like, it was one night last month on Tuesday night. I don't remember what I was watching. I was watching YouTube and playing games. I was actually done playing games. And then I just, like, I come across NiGHTS' Journey to Dreams just randomly pop up on my phone as a suggested video. You know, I was scrolling through those and just seeing what else I could find. I think I was listening to music, or I was watching GT2. But I came across NiGHTS' Journey to Dreams and I selected it. I pressed it because, well, it intrigued me. Like, this is ought to be something new, something different for me. And as a matter of fact, it was. It was something I have never seen before. I know I would know NiGHTS because Sonic and All-Stars Racing transformed, and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Tennis, and then, like, I even seen a comment in a NiGHTS related video in, like, one of the Sonic and, I think it was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I found gameplay of NiGHTS, and I seen somebody comment about her, and they said, because if you didn't know, in the first one, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, NiGHTS is not a playable character. Instead, NiGHTS is the flagman. It's the one that waves the flag at the start. That person used the word flag woman. So I'm not the only person who thinks NiGHTS is a female. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make a poll on it and cause something, because I don't want to cause any drama, because I don't like doing that. But, you know, I'm probably not the only person who's called NiGHTS a female, to be honest. I mean, I haven't even been a NiGHTS fan for 3 weeks yet. So it's still a learning process, but I actually played Zero Gravity just a bit ago and was playing as NiGHTS pretty much the whole time. I did survival battle, and the survival ball, and the 78 lap race around 90s Boulevard in free race. With, of course, the Angel and Devil. I honestly had a lot of fun. If you remember, if you guys remember in my Zero Gravity Endurance series that I did, one of my first series that I started on YouTube, it was over 3 years ago. So this was when I was only in year 1 of my YouTube channel, or year 2, or I was working on year 2. And I was playing as NiGHTS at Mobius Strip, if you guys remember that video. If you guys have even been along the whole journey from the start, you would know what I'm talking about. I didn't really talk anything about NiGHTS because I really didn't know who NiGHTS really was at first. It's not to say I know who the character was, because I knew the character because Sonic Riders, because my brother ended up unlocking NiGHTS and Sonic Riders. He ended up getting every character. But, like, getting the feel for another female Sega character, like, let alone just Sega in general. Like, after putting NiGHTS and Tails in my top 25, I have really had a big heart for Sega again. I've been watching a lot of Sega games on my phone here recently. And personally, I think NiGHTS is really the Kickstarter to get me back into the Sega series again. The last time I really felt like I loved Sega as a whole and their games was when Sonic Mania came out. I believe that was 2018. It was before I started YouTubing. And then Blaze over there on my bookshelf, was a big reason why I got into Sega in the first place. Back into it again. Because as a kid, I grew up, I loved playing Sega games. But NiGHTS is one of those characters that I could honestly dream about a lot. Like, actually last night, I had a dream of visiting NiGHTS in the Night Dimension, or Nightopia. Watching NiGHTS Journey of Dreams is really kicking into high gear for me. I love it. I love the game. I'm not even halfway done with it. Fun game. If you haven't played it, I know I haven't, go get it, go play it, or watch it on YouTube. It's very exciting, trust me. You won't regret missing a single second of the game. It's such a great game. It's actually one of the 3 Sega games that I want to get. If not my birthday, for Christmas. If I don't have a job yet, and then Christmas is definitely a big option, because we do stocking stuffers every year. And then we either do the Secret Santa or we take a trip, which this winter we'll be taking a trip somewhere. I don't know where, but I don't know. But the other 2 games is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Tennis and Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. And then, of course, NiGHTS Journey of Dreams. or Journey to Dreams, or whatever. It makes sense either way. But why I chose NiGHTS specifically, like I said, a good fit, I think, personally. A character that can definitely reel me into Sega again. NiGHTS is kind of silly, she's kind of goofy, she always kind of has her hands on her hips all the time. A lot, most of the time. She's brave. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. I don't think you guys heard it. It was very faint. But NiGHTS overall, classy character. Very positive. Definitely does not like evil. Always wants to save the day, you know. NiGHTS is a very popular character as well. And in my top 25, I'm sure even just half of those characters that I have wouldn't be rated most popular. Or in like top 10 characters of all time rated by these people or something. Or based off of a poll, a voting poll. NiGHTS would definitely probably be one of those characters that would make those lists. To be honest, I'm really enjoying NiGHTS as a whole. Like, there is a NiGHTS plush, and we know how I am with collecting plushes. I mean, I have plushes over here with Pichu. I have a Toon Link, a Goomba, a Blaze, a Bomb-Omb, Mario, Yoshi, Daisy, and Bullet Bill plushes. And Shadow. I have a bunch of plushes and a blooper one that I actually got at a place in the city that I don't live too far from. I'm not going to say what it is because it's privacy. But I honestly think that NiGHTS would be a friend I could have forever. One I could always depend on to help if I needed. NiGHTS is a very NiGHTS is from what I've seen. Oh my god, it's slipping away. I can't think of it. But just in general, NiGHTS is just a character that I really love, and I think as I continue more into Journey of Dreams, I'll really get to know her more. I mean, I had no idea that... I mean, Sega does have their dark moments in their games. I mean, if you've seen Sonic CD with the creepy message at the end, I don't remember what it is, but it is kind of creepy and I don't really like it. There are just some things about video games. There are actually some things in video games that do spook me a little bit. And in the NiGHTS game, man, I don't know if I want to spoil it. Well, if you've never played the game or have heard or have seen any playthroughs on it on YouTube or anywhere else, cover your ears because it's kind of spoilers. I had no idea that they went as far as using hell in the game. Hellhound, as in Cerberus. I had no idea. And I'm like, dang, Sega really went all out on this. NiGHTS is basically heaven. Riala is basically hell, pretty much. I forgot what the main villain was. I forgot his name. It is a he, but it's... I forgot what his name was. I don't remember. The reason why I don't say they, them, he, she, or they, them is because it'd be way too confusing and you guys probably wouldn't know who I'm talking about. So I just say NiGHTS she, Riala he, or this other guy he. I really don't remember his name. I'd have to look at the character list in the game. But I also do plan on watching the first one for the Sega Saturn. And there's a little Christmas one that I'm going to watch too. I had no idea they had a Christmas one. That's actually really cool. Kind of reminds me of the final episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog with that one Christmas episode that they have. Well, I don't think it's the final episode, but they have a Christmas-based episode. But anyway, like, I look forward to enjoying NiGHTS as a whole more. If I might get a plush of NiGHTS and Weavile as well. There are plushes of NiGHTS and Weavile that I could get. And definitely would be sharing those if I do get those. But I need more money first, so a job is in the works, hopefully. Unfortunately, I've had some interviews and they've not accepted me. But hopefully, I'll get there. Hopefully, I can start making some dough and get some more plushes, get some more games, and start saving up. You know, maybe get something big for myself, you know, for my future or for my family, or just something in general. You know, maybe I could give my family a giant present for one. I mean, there's even pictures of even Pichu. There was a one time I came across a Pichu one of like a picture frame and like a piece of art in it in the picture frame, and there goes my watch going off because it's hit the next hour. But NiGHTS has one as well. I don't know if Weavile does. I'd have to look further into that. But I only really have like 2 picture frames, which you guys can't see it. There's one over here just above my dresser and one over here just a little to the left next to the Love You to Pittsburgh and back sign that I have up here. Just to the left of my bookshelf. I know you guys can't see it, but I only just have those 2, and if I had like a NiGHTS one, I would probably maybe put it above my bed or put it up above my drawings, or get one of those. Well, I wouldn't have enough space. Would be able to clear off all my Pichus and Jack's, my little figures over here, and probably find a different place to put those. But there's so much about NiGHTS that I've yet to know. She's silly. She's very cool. She can fly. She can turn into anything. That's what I forgot to bring up. She can turn into anything she wants to. Literally, like, I was in shock when I found out about that. Like, holy crap, NiGHTS can change into anything. That's so cool. Then again, literally, after reading her description, I literally seen shape-shifting was one of those abilities that NiGHTS does have. That, I think NiGHTS is the only character that I like, not just in my top 25, even outside my top 25, that can shapeshift into numerous different things. Pretty much anything. I mean, Inkling could, but all Inkling does is turn to a human or octopus. But that's really about it for Inkling. But there's so much about NiGHTS that I have yet to learn. And there is so much more that I want to know. There's a lot of cool artwork of NiGHTS as well. And I've even gotten some of my followers and stuff kind of getting to know. Well, not really getting to know, but just kind of sharing my thoughts. But the main interest for me with NiGHTS, very, someone that nobody would have ever expected me to like. Just absolutely. Nobody. Is it raining outside? No. I don't even know what that sound is. I hear a lot of things in this room. Oh, no, it's just the fan in the other room. But, like I said, I will give you guys more information once I get it for NiGHTS. I'll share more stuff. I'll still talk about Weavile still #1 all time. Blaze and ToonLink. ToonLink is second, Blaze is third, you know. I'll still talk about them, of course. I mean, they're in the top 4 of my all-time favorites, so of course I'm going to talk about them. So, that's really all I have, but expect more NiGHTS info and thoughts and kind of stuff from me later on as time goes, as the days progress. So I'll keep you guys updated more about NiGHTS, and if I can get my hands on anything NiGHTS related, I'm sure a plush. I would love one. Same with Weavile. All I still have is that figure over there by my TV. I'd love to get a Weavile plush as well. I know they have them. I've looked them up. Same with NiGHTS. You know, two characters definitely are both popular, and I think 2 characters I'm gonna love for a long time. I mean, I made a poll about, you know, NiGHTS and Weavile like being long-term characters for a long time. There were only 3 votes. Like, if you guys love the fact that NiGHTS and Weavile are gonna be 2 long-term favorite characters of mine, all 3 of the votes said yes. So I think having NiGHTS as a character with another good one like Weavile and even Blaze and ToonLink, I think makes a really good top 4. Pichu just needed to be out of there completely. Like, he needed to be gone. I mean, I don't utterly hate him. I just hate him in Smash Bros. But having Weavile, ToonLink, Blaze, and now NiGHTS in the top 4, I think will be a long-lasting top 4 that I really don't think is going to change. If anything, there may be a few little like adjustments, like swapping them each spot. It's like none of those characters right now, as of now, have a 0% chance of leaving the top 4. They are literally locked in the top 4. Like, there's nothing that'll change my mind about each of them. They are all great characters. But yeah, I'll give you guys more information about NiGHTS in future times. On Twitter, on YouTube, maybe if you're friends with me on Discord, Instagram. I know I really haven't been on Instagram too much lately, but I don't know. But NiGHTS is a cool character. And if you guys haven't seen already on Twitter, I've rechanged my name, my header, and profile picture to a NiGHTS related stuff. NiGHTS PFP header. I even changed my home lock screen to a really, really sick NiGHTS piece of art. It's so cool. I'm definitely going to probably go on PokePix and pixelate that image as well and share it like I have been with the Weavile images. Which I need to get back to those too. But then I changed my name to Starry Nights. I'll have to let one of my friends know that I changed my name, so that way he'll know who it is. So, yeah, be sure to go follow me, Starry Nights. Still diehard Weavile fan, still in parentheses. Still at the Great Sneeze, though. Be sure to follow me there, please. It would be much appreciated. And if you don't have a Twitter, consider subscribing. It always makes me happy, and it lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job at doing what I'm doing. You know, it's the same with the likes. Thanks to watching Mechanic CCG on his Formula Forza Motorsport 3 playthrough, with the finding out that likes actually help lean in more people, and it suggests to more people that are not subscribed, which I think is cool. But anyway, that's really all I have for the night. I'm getting tired, I'm getting sleepy, and these last couple of nights I've been staying up so late. I've been binge watching YouTube videos out in the living room. But that's really all I have for y'all about nights. Starry Nights, baby. She is a freaking amazing character, and nobody is going to change my mind. She's phenomenal. She shines bright in the skies. Anyway, with all that out of the way, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to burn up the like button, destroy the subscribe button, speed through that notification bell, leave a good comment down below, follow me on Twitter, The Great Sunnies, check out all my other YouTube videos. I do have playlists, and be sure to do everything I just said. It does help out a lot, and I appreciate support and feedback. Excuse me. I've had a lot of food, okay? Trying to get some weight back. Anyway, that wasn't even needed to be said. But I'm gonna keep living the dream with nights. Keep dreaming about nights, and maybe someday all my dreams that'll come true may lead my body to the night dimension or something. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But seriously, like, night dimension. So cool.